Hi there, this is the all-new Realme P4 Pro that I've been using for over a week now. And I'm stunned with what Realme has been able to pull off here. Firstly, it comes with a secondary Vision AI chipset that takes gaming to the next level. Yes, 144Hz BGMI is absolutely insane for a phone at this price. Then you get a mammoth 7000 mAh battery while still maintaining the slim and light form factor. All that for just 24,999. Just amazing. Of course, they do cut some corners. Let me share everything in detail, what's good and what's not, so you can decide if you should buy the Realme P4 Pro or not. Let's start with a quick unboxing. So here is the retail packaging, the eye-catchy Realme yellow box, P4 Pro. On the back are the manufacturing details. This is a 12GB RAM, 256GB ROM variant in dark oak wood color. Let's open it up. Inside we have another box that includes the SIM ejector pin, some paperwork that no one reads, a semi-transparent line texture silicone case, the P4 Pro phone itself, a USB-C charging cable, and an 80-watt charging adapter. Alright, let's have a closer look at the build and design. So we have the dark oak wood design where it actually mimics a wooden plank. Looks so premium. It's polycarbonate, matte finish, so it doesn't attract any fingerprint or smudges. I really like it, only wish it actually also had that little wooden texture to it. Just nitpicking. It's ultra thin at just 7.7 mm and weighs just 189 grams. Feels so nice and light in the hand. What actually blew me away is even though this is so slim and light, it houses an unbelievable 7000 mAh battery in here. And trust me, it's almost impossible to kill in one day. Of course, unless you're gaming all day. But truly impressive engineering. You get an 80-watt fast charger in the box, so you can charge your phone from 0 to 50% in half an hour and full charge in less than an hour. Now usually I put my phone to charge at 20 to 30% and I've never charged it for more than 30 minutes, giving me full charge. Trust me, battery is one thing you're not going to worry about anymore. Of course, itni badi battery hai, so it will also double as a power bank. It supports 10-watt reverse charging, which can come really handy when you want to charge your TWS earphone or even your other smartphone whose battery is about to die. Good job there. Realme kills it in the battery department. Of course, if you were expecting wireless charging here, ye kuch zyada ho gaya. Coming back to the back, on the top we have the cameras, 50 megapixel Sony IMX896 sensor with OIS and an 8 megapixel ultra wide. On the top is a speaker, on the side are the power volume rockers, at the bottom is a secondary speaker, USB-C port, a microphone and a SIM tray that can house dual 5G nano SIM cards. Now keep in mind that there is no support for SD card expansion and hybrid SIM tray would have just been great considering the base variant starts at just 128GB and you might fall short of space pretty quickly. So I would suggest go for the higher storage variant if possible. Let's talk about the cameras. So here are some images shot from the rear 50 megapixel Sony sensor, and I must say Realme has done an excellent job here. The colors are tuned to look vivid but still they don't get oversaturated. Basically ready to post on social media. Overall bright, clear and crisp in every scenario. Here are some shots taken with the 8 megapixel ultra wide. Again, pretty good as long as you don't zoom in. The dynamic range is really nice. You can see the details and shadows as well. Here are some portraits. Gets the edge detection to perfection. Natural bokeh. When it comes to videos, you can record 4K 60 FPS videos, and this is a handheld video which I think is really nice. It's clear, crisp and very stable. All thanks to OIS. It handles dynamic range and color reproduction pretty well. Then here are some shots taken with the front 50 megapixel sensor. Again, very impressive. Natural skin tones, captures the details so well. Here are some portraits. Again, natural bokeh, crisp details, no complaints at all. Hi there, so here's a video recording from the front camera of the Realme P4 Pro, and this is from a 50 megapixel sensor. This is a 4K 60 FPS and it looks really nice. It's so clear, so crisp, excellent skin tones from what I can see. Also the clarity is really nice, and of course the audio that you're hearing also is being recorded from the mics of this phone. So those who like to do vlogging, I think this is also a really nice option to try. This is dual video. You can record from the front and simultaneously at the back. What do you think? I think this looks really nice. Something you must check out if you are into vlogging or something like that. What do you say? Now, even though this ain't a flagship phone, I would still rate the cameras an A. You can record 4K 60 FPS videos from both front and rear cameras. Again, with very impressive image capture as well. There are tons of AI features which I'm not touching upon in this video, but I can confidently say Realme nails it with the cameras on the P4 Pro. Alright, coming to the display. So we get a 6.88-inch quad curved AMOLED display with a 1.5K resolution. Excellent color reproduction, it's vibrant, punchy with super deep blacks. Also special mention, ultra slim bezels on all the sides plus with curved edges. It makes swiping so much more convenient. Realme claims 6500 nits of peak brightness. We couldn't test for its accuracy, but yes, it gets quite bright and it's easily usable outdoors under the sun. On the top is a punch hole notch housing the 50 megapixel front selfie camera. The in-display fingerprint scanner is quite snappy and responsive while unlocking the phone. As always, I wish it was placed a tad higher. Not a deal breaker, we eventually get used to it. Then watching movies and videos is super duper fun on this huge display. Firstly, it goes edge to edge and looks absolutely seamless. Then thanks to HDR support, it's bright and so clear. Very impressive. Then we also tested the YouTube app. Again, with HDR support, the content simply pops. 4K 60 FPS videos will play without any lag or stuttering. Trust me, it looks gorgeous. You can keep watching for hours. The P4 Pro also comes with dual stereo speakers, one on the top and one at the bottom. Time for a quick demo. Wow! For starters, with ultra volume mode, it gets surprisingly loud for phone speakers. The best part is it's clear, it's crisp, and there's no distortion even at high volume. Dual stereo speakers provide such an immersive experience, especially while watching an action scene. It's so satisfying. Now, considering this is actually a gaming phone, sadly it lacks a headphone jack. But instead we get IP65 and IP66 rating, which is something I would choose over the port. Again, it's very subjective. I know there are some people who would prefer the port, while some would prefer the IP rating. Also, there is no IP69 rating, so don't dip it in water. Let's have a quick look at the OS and the user experience. Well, the first thing that instantly grabs my attention is the ultra smooth 144Hz refresh rate. This one is really smooth as silk, very well optimized. Check that out. Now, as we dive into the settings here, all the way at the bottom about devices, version, and here you can see it's running Android 15 out of the box. Now, Realme promises 3 years of Android updates and 4 years of software patches, which I think is pretty good. And it's running Realme UI 6.0 very well, nice, smooth. And of course, if you want to know about the bloatware, yes, it does have some bloatware apps, but the good thing is you can get rid of them if you want to. There you go. So I don't think that should be a problem. Now, another fun feature that I want to talk about is as you go into the settings, you come into display and brightness all the way down here, and you can see it comes with AI hyper clarity. So what it does is it increases the clarity drastically and makes things more crisper and sharper. Currently, I've kept it off because turning this on will impact your battery life. Of course, it's a matter of choice. You can turn it on. Other thing is AI always HDR mode. So once you come in here, everything will look more brighter, things will pop. And again, you can turn it on from here, but it will impact your battery life. And the other thing is AI hypermotion, which is basically MEMC that we usually see on smart TVs. So content will look much smoother, swiping through the interface will be even more snappier, and as you can see here, optimized effect to boost up to 120 FPS. You can keep it to 60, you can keep it to 120. It's absolutely your choice. Again, this will also impact battery, but I think that will be totally worth it. Apart from that, it's really nice, clean, and fun to use. Alright, coming to the performance. So we get dual chipsets. The first is the Hypervision AI chipset that enhances your gaming experience. And the second is the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4 chipset. Now this one is very powerful and reliable. The performance was really solid in day-to-day use. We didn't experience any app crashes or lag whatsoever. The unit we have came with 12GB LPDDR4X RAM with support for 14GB virtual RAM expansion, giving you a total of 26GB RAM on board. So now apps launch almost instantly, super snappy, multitasking is such a breeze. Check that out. And the best part, thanks to abundance of RAM, most recently used apps are still in memory and they launch right away. Just amazing. Talking about benchmarks. Well, not a huge fan, but just for you guys, we ran the Antutu benchmark and it scored a little shy of 11 lakhs, which is very impressive. When it comes to the storage, we get thankfully UFS 3.1. The UFS 4 would have just been perfect, but this is fine too. That would have been a hard stretch considering the price of this phone. We ran the speed test for that as well and it scored 2064 MB read and 1813 MB write. Also really good. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room, gaming. Now Realme claims 144Hz BGMI and we had to test it. Boy oh boy, it was unbelievable considering how phones double this price don't perform half this good. Ultra smooth frames which took the experience to the next level. The FPS would oscillate between 130 and 140, but that's something I'm more than satisfied with. Thanks to 7000 mm2 VC cooling system, we didn't experience any heating issues at all. It did get warm, but not to the extent of getting uncomfortable. You can keep playing for hours without any drop performance. It was so much fun. By the way, this also supports bypass charging, so you can put the phone on charge while gaming and it just powers the game and doesn't heat up the phone. True gaming enthusiasts will understand how important this feature is. Anyone who loves to game on their smartphones will be very happy and satisfied with the Realme P4 Pro. Alright, final thoughts. So, as I said in the beginning, Realme has cut some corners, but none of those shortcomings are really deal breakers. On the plus side, the P4 Pro comes with a huge battery, fast charging, very reliable cameras, super impressive performance and next level gaming, all at an extremely pocket-friendly pricing. The device goes on sale today. It's available in multiple color options and 3 variants starting at just 24,999. I highly recommend you pick the high storage variant. Trust me, you won't regret it. I'll share the links of all the color options along with its variants below in the description. If you'd like to buy one, you should definitely check this one out. So I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, cheers.